All right, here we go. Dinner time, episode 1, part 2. We're gonna make ourselves a risotto with Sun Blush tomatoes and peas. Let's cook, mother... So here we go. We're gonna make ourselves a risotto. It's a really good skill to learn. It's a really, really cheap meal to make. We can also take it and we're gonna later on cool it. We're gonna roll some for another meal and make ourselves some arancini balls, which are unbelievably good. So for the risotto, butter, onions, stock, peas, sun-dried tomatoes, arborio rice, cheese, and rocket finish. Our risotto, let's get cooking. First of all, get your pan nice and hot, about a medium heat. We're gonna add in a tablespoon of butter and a little splash of oil. The oil is gonna stop our butter from burning, which is really, really important. What I'm gonna do now is just show you how to cut an onion. The gist is, peel your onion, cut it in half lengthways and leave the root on. This holds the onion together still. And then downwards, we're gonna slice. And then we're gonna cut across this way. And then back down. And that is a perfectly diced onion. Butter's browning, chucking in our onions. Now we're gonna cook these until they're softened. It's gonna take a couple minutes. My pan was just a little bit hot, so I've just turned it down a bit. Just keep your eye on it. And what we don't want to do is burn these onions. We just want them to soften, go a little translucent. Get ourselves some seasoning in. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So now we're going to start adding our risotto rice to our onions. And now we're just going to fry this off for a couple minutes as well. Just give it a good mix. Make sure you're incorporating all that butter and all that oil, all those onions. We fried off the rice. We're gonna add our stock. I've added about 3 stock cubes into this for about 1.5 litres of stock. All we need to do, add it bit by bit. About 250 ml at a time. And it's gonna rapidly boil. And we're just gonna wait until that evaporates and cooks all into the rice, and then we'll add another 250 ml. And we're going to keep on doing that until all the stock is gone. Don't forget, keep your risotto stirring. Make sure you get to the bottom of the pan. So most of our veg stock has been put into the risotto. We got ourselves a jar of sun-dried tomatoes. We reserve the oil just to garnish some of the stuff. I've taken a third of them out for another recipe. Left with that, and we've diced them all up, and then we're just gonna chuck them in. All our stock has been added now. We're gonna chuck in a few little extras. Another knob of butter. Make sure we give it a good seasoning. We're gonna add in parmesan, about 50 grams. And all our peas. Now we're gonna give that a good mix up again. Now looking at this, you can see it's got a little bit of movement. It's not stodgy, that is perfect. If the rice is a little bit firm, just add a bit more water, a bit more stock, it'll be fine. Mine is pretty much there. Let's get plated up. Take a ladle, good little whack on the plate. Delicious. Now, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra parmesan. Garnish with a bit of the rocket we had. Now in total, we're going to use 2/3 of this. Try and keep a third back for our arancini balls another day. If there's some left over, extra, don't worry about it. We'll just make more arancini balls. So finish it off with a splash of sun-dried tomato oil and another grating of parmesan. So there we go. Sun Blush Tomato Pea Risotto with parmesan. Excited. Ooh. It's really good. It's really fresh. It's not as heavy as you'd think. Sun Blush Tomato is great, peas are great. My little pearls of joy. Love it. Join us next episode. We're going to make ourselves a sweet potato broccoli frittata. Peace out.